Also too, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. For those of you who are new, if you are new, welcome. So as you guys can tell from the title below, this is just going to be a first and second quarter recap. I have not been on here, I don't know. I honestly don't know when the last time I've even been on here, but I felt like I had to, you know, upload something for you guys because, I mean, why not? So before we get started, I am not at home. I am at work. So the background is definitely different, but I knew that this was the only time that I could get a video out. Okay, so before we jump into the video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below if you have not already, and please give this video a thumbs up at the end of this video if you do enjoy the videos that I put out. And if you do enjoy the videos that I put out, make sure that you hit that notification bell. And also too, before we get started, I am going to be doing another giveaway. I have not done a giveaway since I think I hit like 100 subscribers, and I'm almost at like 500. So I am going to be doing another giveaway. The only thing that you have to do is comment in the box below letting me know if you're a current nursing student or a future nursing student, and that is it. Oh, also put your Instagram tag in the comments below, because if you are a winner, I need to contact you to get your address and all of that. So anyway, again, to enter the giveaway, just put a comment down below whether you're a nursing student currently or a future nursing student, and leave your IG down below as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay guys, so the first time that I met up with you guys, it was pretty much like the beginning of nursing school. So we was not into the nitty-gritty of nursing. Like first quarter was a breeze. Like I think first quarter was a breeze because everything was the basic, like the foundation of nursing. So for me, it was a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge that I had already known just from being a medical assistant for so long. So first quarter wasn't really bad. First quarter was basically you know, learning time management that fits best for you, learning your study habits, learning what type of learner you are, knowing what strategies work as far as studying for you, and just, you know, finding your niche to basically get you through first quarter and to get you comfortable with, you know, future quarters with nursing. So that was basically first quarter. First quarter was definitely a breeze. The biggest struggle was time management. And I say that because you're given so many tests throughout a week. So you have to think Monday through Sunday, you're studying for 7 tests that you have for the upcoming week, or 6 or 5. It basically depended on the lecture and when you finish with the lecture. So you, as an individual, you have to worry about studying. But if you have children and if you have a family like myself, it's like, okay, when do I have time to pencil my children in? When do I have time to pencil my fiance or my husband in? Like when do I find this time to pencil them in? And that was hard because it sucks, because you want to give your family your all, but on the tail end of that, it's like, well, I'm in nursing school because in the future it's going to benefit me and my family. So it's like, which one do I put on the back burner? And it sucked. Like, unfortunately, it's nursing and then family, and that's just what it is. And I'm not saying it's neglect your family. It's just they gotta, you know, get in where they fit in, basically. So that was the biggest thing, time management, and I finally found a routine for that. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday would all be dedicated to nursing. Thursday would be a freebie because I had nothing due. So Thursday I would spend as much time as I could with them. Friday I would spend as much time with them because that was also like a freebie. And then I knew that Saturday and Sunday I had to hit the book. So honestly, Thursday and Friday was their day, and then Saturdays and Sundays when I didn't have work was also allotted for them too. But time management is going to be your best friend. That's why I encourage everyone to get a planner. If you don't have a planner, I suggest that you get one. So that was the biggest thing with first quarter. Now, second quarter rolled around and things got a little bit more like, sis, like these is not like, there's no room for error, there's no room for procrastination, there's no room for games. Like, you have to focus because this isn't getting any easier. And I passed first quarter, I passed second quarter, obviously, because I'm in third quarter, but second quarter was a little bit more critical. It was more so like, you have to start thinking like a nurse. You have to be able to put these disease processes together. You have to be able to know what's going on with your patient as a nurse. And things had got really critical. Like, I wasn't acing tests like I did. I'm telling you, like, med surg started off easy in first quarter, but that's because we just wasn't into the specifics of the anatomy and the specifics of the diseases. And I think that those tests were just kind of like skill-based tests. And then second quarter, things got real. It's like, okay, no, you have to make sure that you associate these signs and symptoms with the patient, and you got to associate these signs and symptoms with the diagnosis. It was a lot. So med surg was my biggest struggle. I don't know. Like, in med surg, I failed more tests than I passed, but I still passed med surg. You know what I'm saying? And had it not been for the homework and the pop quizzes, like, I probably would have failed out, because second quarter, my mind was not there. I was not focused. I was not studying the way that I should have been studying. I was legit studying like the day of the test, and I just didn't pour my all into it, and I was just tired. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm just not motivated, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely different. But I will say that if you are discouraged or if you're unmotivated, like, you have to find people who is going to motivate you. And if you don't have those people, you have to, you know, draw out goals and motivate yourself to say, okay, you know, why am I doing this? Why do I want to be a nurse? Okay, this is why I want to be a nurse. What am I going to do to get there? Like, you really have to motivate yourself, because at the end of the day, it's you in nursing school, and you have to look at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So second quarter was definitely different. And they said third quarter only get worse. So yeah, now as far as clinicals, we have been in clinicals since first quarter. My first quarter rotation was at a nursing home. My second quarter rotation was at a hospital and at another nursing home. So that was different. I really enjoyed the rehab unit. Basically, the rehab unit, we basically took care of patients who had some type of surgery or some type of something traumatic happened, and they were in rehab to just build up their strength to return home. So I really did appreciate that. And another thing with that, like like, it's just so much, and I'm not at home, so I can't really sit down and just show you guys things. But even like preparing for clinical, you have to do like this preclinical diagnoses paper that's due the next morning. So Thursday morning, you have to have med cards that's due Thursday morning. So your preclinical diagnoses, basically Wednesday after class. So let me lay out the time frame. So we get out of class at 3:15. We get our assignments. So our assignments gives us a diagnosis and all the med cards that we have to make. This is after class on Wednesday, and they're due the next day as soon as you walk into the door. So the preclinical diagnosis, basically, it's just like a small little research paper on the diagnosis you was given. You'll basically explain the diagnosis to a lay person, basically in layman's terms. So honestly, just explaining it to someone outside of the medical field, honestly. And then you give signs and symptoms, procedures, medications, treatments, teachings, all of that stuff. And that's fairly easy. But then you have your med cards, and some people can have 2 med cards. Some people can have 40 med cards. And if you guys are in nursing school, then you guys know that 3 med cards take an hour. So if I have 40 med cards to do, that's like a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hour day. So it's like, you really expect me to have all this done Thursday morning? And it's so sad, because literally you have people break down, and you have people who give up, because it's like you guys know that realistically some of this stuff is not possible, and y'all expect so much of us, on top of us only being in nursing school for 11 months, on top of us cramming all of this stuff in, on top of it, like, it's just so much, and it's so draining. But you push through it, and you think of the bigger picture, and at the end of the day. So overall, my advice to everybody would be to go in focused, and when you get discouraged, you just have to motivate yourself, and you have to think of the bigger picture, because if you don't, no one else is going to give you that. Like, yes, you may have support, and yes, you may have other things, but at the end of the day, ultimately it's you who decides your future. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my biggest advice. Also, time management. Get you a planner. If you're in nursing school and you don't have a planner, I really truly don't know like how you're getting through nursing school. I just really don't get it. But yeah, that's been my first and second quarter. Second quarter just been really, it's more critical. It's more critical, and there's no games to be played. Like, we started off with 40 students, and now we're down to, well, we lost like 15. And then some of the girls that were in my study group first quarter, most of them failed out second quarter, and it was, a matter of points. And that's another thing too. I don't know how your grading curriculum works or anything like that, but my advice would be, go hard at the beginning, so that when it is time to take a final, you have room to mess it up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying fail your final on purpose, but I'm saying you have wiggle room. Say, if you did fail your final, you know that that grade isn't going to hurt your overall grade. So, yeah.